Alrighty, everybody. It's the DPC off season, so I asked on the Do2 Cast It if there were any clowny games out there that would be interesting, and this guy by the name of Ding760 responded with a kind of a doozy. So I'm going to cast this right now. I hope you enjoy it. Open for any and all feedback. I'm an early new caster, and if you have an interesting game that you would like me to cast, leave it in the comments, and I'll give it a look. Let's get into it. All right, starting out this game, we have a pretty balanced draft, I would say. Huskar, Witch Doctor, Hoodwink, Phantom Lancer, and Puck. So I think it's going to be interesting watching the mid game. If this Huskar is going to pop off and find the space to allow Phantom Lancer to find his farm. A little bit of a DC here in the beginning with this Marana. We'll see if that gets resolved. This is just before the patch, by the way, so this is pre Nature's Prophet nerf, so he's going to be extra strong, I think, in this matchup. But I think it's going to be really interesting for this Dire crew to look for the good initiation with this Earthshaker. I think that's where we're going to see some opportunities for outplay. It's a natural counter to Phantom Lancer. We'll see if he can get the dodges off. This is a little bit lower MMR game. This isn't, I think this is like the Legend or Archon bracket. So, should be interesting. Both teams squaring up here around the runes.
Remember, the international spirit.
Bit of initiation here by the Hoodwink. And he'll walk away unscathed. Looking at the starting items here, it looks pretty normal. Nothing too out of the ordinary. A little bit aggro with the Huskar going for an early bracer, but again, nothing too strange. Just a support invoker, it looks like. So, with the Nature's Prophet on the mid. I don't know a lot about this matchup. I would assume that it kind of draws with Puck having probably more damage, but Nature's Prophet having the natural ability to regen off harass with his TPs, so we'll have to see. I think this is a hard offlane for this Earthshaker. I think against these two ranged safe lane, I think this is a hard matchup. So I think that'll be difficult for the Earthshaker. It's a bit unorthodox, I would say. So so it's gonna be interesting to see if he finds his farm. Some trade-offs happening here in the off lane. Just trying to secure some farm. And let's see what happens. Both teams, I would say, playing quite passively. Not really punishing positions. This Earthshaker, despite being against two ranged heroes in the lane, is keeping really healthy. And this bottom lane, I don't really know if this PL is finding the farm he wants. His lane is getting shoved in repeatedly, and it's a difficult lane to take. Here in the mid, you know, it's looking like Nature's Prophet is getting everything he wants. Let's look at the last hits here. And right now, just securing farm. Nothing really too aggro happening in the lanes. We do see an aggressive play here by the Marana to try to get that Witch Doctor on the backline, but not able to find the connection. Again, I think thinking about this game in terms of storylines, this is all going to be about Radiant finding the farm on the PL, and that's going to be utilized by the space that this Huskar can create. So the game really rests on his shoulders with Puck in this mid-game timing. Whereas I think the Dire's game is a lot harder to actually come together, but the opportunity for massive team play if they can find the initiations. So a little opposition here. We're seeing some punishment happen, but all lanes kind of just drawing, I would say. Dire may be pulling slightly ahead here, but I honestly think Radiant should be doing much better in this matchup. I think this camp is unpulled, and I think if they would actually pull here, they could secure farm much more easily and deny it from the Earthshaker. But I'm getting a bit critiquey here, and I really just want to cast this. So let's see how this trades out here. Again, no first blood, almost past 3 minutes in, so both teams biding their time. Nature's Prophet not really finding the damage he would, I think, like here. It's a bit difficult with the puck, always jaunting and dodging in and out. Deadworth net worth, dead even net worth, and not a first blood yet in sight. Very passive, I would say. Some pings coming out from top. Not a lot of action from this Hoodwink. I would expect a lot more aggression. Huskar, no region left. Big opportunity for a wraparound here. Let's see if we see a first blood actually take off here. The cold snap onto the Huskar. He's able to be pulled back, but I think this just might be it. If he can get the connection, and it will be. That's first blood going the way of the Dire crew here. And I don't know if they'll get a follow-up here, but they'll definitely get some chip damage. So Huskar, and the Hoodwink really finding quite a bit of damage here. The Cold Snap will stop that, but Earthshaker really kind of overstaying his welcome and almost giving his life for it. So we see the Huskar coming back into the lane here. No region purchased, but Helm of Iron Wheels. So kind of going with a different tactic for how to play this lane. And bit greedy, especially having just died, but maybe he's understanding that they just vary in some region after the fact. So first blood going the way of Dire, and this bottom lane again is quite passive. Not a whole lot of action, despite Techies being quite the aggressive hero. We see some connections here, but not a lot of initiation or arrows connecting from the Mirana. The lane momentum has really shifted top, with the lane being pushed in. Mirana finding a courier down here at bottom. Quite a bit of damage going to be coming out onto the Techies with this Maledict. This might be enough if they can get a little bit more damage. I think it might be. And there it is, the rebuttal kill from the Radiant team. So still with some bite here. Let's change this to net worth. Mid lane, Nature's Prophet now level 6. Puck as well with a arcane rune used, perhaps looking for that wraparound top only after farming the jungle with it. So it's a bit interesting, but again, not here to criticize or critique, here to just comment. Dota's just a fun game. So Earthshaker, boots in place with the phase boots queued up. I think the item timing here is a little slow for the Huskar to find his armlet. I think really against an Earthshaker who doesn't have blink yet, I think boots might be better. And we see the puck going for that wraparound, finally making it, connecting the and the full combo being pulled back upon the Earthshaker, and the burning might be enough. It's going to be close, but I think he'll live. And it's a bit chaotic there with the Dream Coil. It did connect, but it wasn't enough follow-up damage, and the Sunstrike was actually a lot of damage coming out onto the Huskar, which was a bit confusing because it didn't seem like there was initially that much return damage, and Radiant lives. So even net worth. Dire mid, finding some space on the map to push this tower, noticing the puck is in the other lane, and probably going to take this middle tower. We'll see the rotation back down from the puck. So it'll live a little bit longer. We'll see what happens there. Bottom, arrow connecting onto the Witch Doctor, but not enough follow-up to actually turn it into anything other than some solid harassment. So mid, we see the Hoodwink coming back to rotate in, but it won't be enough. The tower will fall. So Dire's map opening up a little bit. You're going to see a lot of ganking potential here for something to happen. Itemizing, going back to talking about this, I think giving it first blood was a bit rough, but Huskar's timing is a little slow, but having this armlet will give them opportunity to take some of the fights that they're really looking for. Down here in the bottom lane, PL going Diffusal Blade, Manta, nothing too crazy. We'll see. I think Manta makes a lot of sense, especially this game. But we'll see if he finds his farm. That's going to be the whole name of the game. If he can pop off to find that critical status. Going Orchid on the Natures. Again, this is pretty normal, so nothing too crazy there. And a lot of harassment coming out from the Invoker. So a bit of a, I would say, slow start from the Invoker as well. It's a bit tricky to play this Invoker support. A lot of utility, but it's difficult to find utility to be useful on the map, I would say, without really outplaying your opponents. And I think he's done an okay job. So we'll see what happens next in this top lane. A little bit passive, I would say, right now, with the lane push done. A lot of opportunity to farm or pull or get runes and stuff. And the lane just kind of continues here at bottom, so. DD on puck, moving back towards mid, but it'll expire before anything happens there. And where's this Nature's Prophet right now? He's in the base, so we'll see what happens there whenever he decides where to go. Techie's almost level 6. We might see the power dynamic shift a little bit down here. And with level 6 on the PL, I think we'll see this lane push. So Nature's Prophet coming down, missing the tree grab, so he won't be able to trap the Witch Doctor, but he'll find a D ward nevertheless. Huskar inching towards that armlet, so that'll be a power spike that we'll want to see. I would say right now Dire's warding is a little bit better. It's a little bit more active. I like this ward here. It offers a lot of opportunities to see this rotation. And bottom, the Nature's Prophet gets initiated on. It'll be a kill. This puck finding the extra pickup onto the techie. So Radiant making a big rotation to bottom and finding the 2 for nil trade. So PL is finding that space that we talked about. His Diffusal coming along, and Hoodwink getting in this return kill up top. We see that Echo Slam got used. Missed that while I was looking at the PL. So Invoker coming up back top to try to find this kill along with the Nature's Prophet. It might be enough to finally kill this Huskar. So Huskar's armlet delayed again. It's not what you want to see. So Dire striking back in a big way on the opposite side of the map, kind of understanding TPs were used, we have an opening here. So I think a good read by Dire. And let's see if the rebuttal happens again with the Radiant supports moving towards top. Aggressive play by the Invoker. Cold snap onto the Witch Doctor, but it won't turn into anything. Witch Doctor level 6 at the ready. More TPs coming into top. The Huskar returns, and with the puck leash, will it be enough? Huskar initiation onto the back line, onto the supports. Full Witch Doctor ultimate, really ticking away at this Dire crew. And it's going to be a double kill with a 3-hero pickup, trading out the puck and the Huskar. But wow, the arrow connection onto the Radiant lineup makes it a better trade for them. So I think this Huskar not being here made all the difference. I'm sorry, the PL, where Dire just had more people and were able to pump out more damage. So giving up the tower here and more kills, transitioning into a solid 1k lead for the Dire crew. So Dire finding more on the map here, and I think this was really an initiation problem and a little bit of a positioning problem by both teams, not really finding the correct opening they wanted, and it transitioned into an awkward fight. So I really think maybe PL should have TP'd up. It was a fight right on their tower. I think it was probably a good play, but sometimes in these fights it's really difficult to know if it's just a little skirmish or if it's gonna go into a full brawl. So another weird item choice by Dire, because Mirana has an urn and so does an invoker. You usually don't want two of those, so a bit weird item decision, but who knows? Maybe they're thinking of splitting the map up and it'll be fine. So big play right here by the Witch Doctor, finding the solo kill onto the techies, but the Mirana is close by, finding that return kill and hoping to use that urn to pick up another charge, but it won't be enough. Has to use the Midnight Shadow to back out. So Radiant finding the kill and not quite able to stop the Witch Doctor from finding anything else. So pretty even game, 7-7, 1k net worth differential, with a PL farming up, a Huskar finally with his armlet, and a Nature's Prophet. Well, eventually he'll be around the map, but where are we at with this Earthshaker? So going Shadow Blade into Silver Edge, going for that more classic initiation. And I missed this kill on the Hoodwink while checking out items. So Techie's finding a little bit of an opening, pushing out this bottom tower along with the Nature's Prophet. The map's really opening up for Dire. You know, this ability to really gank into this Radiant jungle, especially with the Nature's Prophet this early in the game, it doesn't feel good. It feels like your world gets really small because he just soaks up all the farm. And especially when you're a PL and you're trying to find that farm on the map and your Huskar's taking your Ancients, it doesn't feel good. So I think Radiant has to find the opening, has to understand how to stop the bleeding here, and secure their jungle. So hopefully we'll see a smoke soon and some kind of play. A bit of initiation onto the back line and the front line here. A full Maledict going on to the Nature's Prophet. It might be enough to kill him if they get the stun here. They do get the kill. So PL joining this fight, but not really the one that's dealing most of the damage. And he's kind of stepping on mines and stuff. I don't know if that's going to be enough. The chain coming out onto the Mirana, and it's a lot of damage, especially with the Whiffed Maledict. Oh no, it hit. So it'll probably be enough to kill this one. So exactly that. Radiant securing their jungle, understanding we gotta get some space for this PL, and trying to secure their vision as well. So like I said, Dire having a little bit better of a ward game, I would say, but right now Radiant are trying to secure some of the choke points. The map's quite dark overall, I would say. The wards are a little goofy. They're such high up. I don't know if that's a glitch. Anyway, Invoker, no items queued up, 2k in the bank, so we'll watch that. Earthshaker almost ready with the Shadow Blade. How's PL's Diffusal doing? Seems to be on the courier, so we'll have Mansa coming up soon. How's this Nature's Prophet? So also going Silver Edge. So we're gonna have a whole Invis team with the Mirana ulti and 2 Silver Edges. So bit interesting there. I keep missing the Hoodwink dying. I'm never looking at this hero. Hoodwink, speaking of the hero, going for an interesting build of Deso. Bit greedy, I would say, but who knows? We'll see. What is this Witch Doctor going for? So an early Aeon Disc, quite an interesting decision, I would say, but perhaps reading that this Nature's Prophet can just get on you in the back line, and that's just going to ensure you don't get echoed or comboed, and gives you the opportunity to get your ultimate out there. Also has the Voodoo Switcheroo. This is a great skill to dodge some of these pesky skills like the wall coming out. And Invoker finally deciding on the Aghanim Scepter. So we'll see maybe Invoker transitioning into a bit more damage here. Techies going pretty normal. Aetherland's Kaya. And this Mirana getting restless, moving to connect up with her teammates in the top, looking for the connection with the arrow, not really finding it. And both teams biding their time. So 9-9, 1k net worth differential. Supports sparring down here in bottom. Techies playing Techies games, and the lane continuing to push. So, as I said before, Dire's map is a little bit bigger, easier to work on. There's some strange visual glitches with the height mapping. Interesting. Anyway, this is the Earthshaker. Shadowblade ready to go. Surprised we haven't seen. Perhaps they're waiting until daytime. So initiation here by the Nature's Prophet, just standing there and right-clicking, and it won't be enough, and it looks like Radiant will get the counterplay. There's just more people here. So bit greedy positioning, I would say, and not finding the connection they wanted. Earthshaker looking for the rebuttal with the Shadowblade intact, finding the puck, but it won't be enough because he had a sentry there, and leashed up, silenced, and jumped in. It doesn't look like it'll be enough, even with the Echo. He'll end up giving his life. So the puck got caught up here by the Mirana and the Invoker. So a bit of a trade here, going a little bit better for the Radiant because this long-term engagement started with this Nature's Prophet making the aggro play in the jungle. So Aeon Disc almost ready on this Witch Doctor. I wonder if we'll see smoke up. Mirana still playing quite aggressively here. Techies moving in. The counterplay by the Squirrel, it won't be enough, and the Mirana will give her life. So Mirana playing a little too far forward and being punished. Volker farming up. Nature's Prophet in the base. And how's that PL? Farming away. So that's Manta Style will be up soon. And then after that we'll look to him reaching that heart timing. So can Radiant slow the bleeding? They're doing, I think, a really good job right now stopping the Dire crew from finding the aggressive spots on the map, slowing any kind of initiation that they would want. Dire really wants to find those places on the map, and it looks like Radiant has a little bit better warding situation. Again, my wards are a little funky since the update. I don't really quite know. Know what's going on there. So net worth, how do I get all net worth? There we go. Sorry, missed the PL kill here because I'm fiddling with my net worth, but PL getting got in the backline. We hear the rift back here. The Nature's Prophet just in a right-click battle with the puck, but he's going to end up giving his life here with the Voodoo Switcheroo. So Nature's Prophet not finding really any kind of impact here in the mid game, I would say, and Arrow connecting right on the blink, and he's going to end up giving his life for it. The puck just not finding it, and the full duration Witch Doctor ult will finally end the Earthshaker. So very awkward engagement here with both teams kind of making some misplays, but I think Dire's kind of okay with that. They should stop the farming, and they still have their big team fight ultimates ready to go. Earthshaker, I think, entered that fight with not enough mana to really make anything happen. So if I were Dire, I would look to immediately smoke as soon as everyone's up and try to find the play that they want to take. So let's see the teams exercising different strategies here. Nature's Prophet pushing out this bottom. Crystallis recipe ready to go, and for the Silver Edge, and Manta up on the PL, farming away the shard and his heart. So will Dire find the initiation? Silver Edge ready to go. TP on top to de-push this Nature's Prophet. Perhaps they'll make a play. Puck not moving right now, but Blink Dagger queued up. I think this will give the hero the mobility needed to really get to the backline and mess with the supports that are causing all kinds of problems. The amount of crowd control from the Techies and the Invoker is quite a lot. So trapping the Witch Doctor here won't be enough, and Nature's Prophet will have to reset because it's a 2-on-1 right here, and it's actually a 3-on-1 because the Huskar is really close by. Techies moving in from the shadows with a possible connection from Mirana and Invoker. So Dire kind of wrapping around, tightening the grip on this bottom tier 2 tower, and I think Radiant will back out, saying, you know what, take it. We'll get the jungle, or rather not. It's perhaps a bit indecisive here. They're running with the ebb and flow of the creeps, finding initiation onto the Witch Doctor. The Aeon Disc will tick. The Huskar initiating straight into the back line. He's low, but he's got a BKB, so it ain't that big of a deal. And Dire losing 2, and it's a big punishment, I think, committing onto this bottom tower. The PL coming in to help secure some of that damage. So perhaps Earthshaker should have been there, see if he finds the initiation here. He does. He kills the puck straight away. So maybe he should have been with the team. Maybe that would have switched things up a little bit. He's quite a lot of net worth for their team. But we'll have to watch. So, you know, this tier 2 tower falling really unlocks a lot of this jungle that Radiant wants to control for their PL. But we'll see what happens. Earthshaker getting spotted out here in this, getting initiated on from the Huskar. The counterplay by the Invoker, and it will be enough to actually drop the Huskar, but he's maledicted, and the Earthshaker's gonna fall. Long range arrow, not gonna connect. Techies wheeling his cart forward, looking for the squirrel. Not enough. Nature's Prophet continuing to farm almost that Silver Edge. I would say he's fallen off in his power spike. He's not at this point where he can kill any of the heroes. The Witch Doctor Aeon Disc just ticks every time, and he's kind of stuck. The Hoodwink is too pesky. He'll never catch the puck, and the PL can just jump out of it. So a bit of a difficult itemization strategy for the Nature's Prophet, and also no magic resistance of any kind or defensive item. So he really gets run over whenever he does get initiated on, which is going to happen. So playing to the side lanes, shoving those in, just trying to do those Nature Prophet things, and Dire looking for those opportunities to initiate. PL Shard ready to go, and the Heart of Tarrasque queued up as well. We'll see if this translates into any kind of significant damage. Survivability, I suspect it will. These fights are very skirmishy. Right now, the Nature's Prophet baiting out the kill by the bit chaotic back and forth. So Witch Doctor not able to find the final kill onto the Nature's Prophet. He's going to TP out, and the whole back line of the Maledict ticked it. Okay, so bit chaotic there, where Dire just not finding any of the connection they want. With Hoodwink giving up her life on the back line. So Nature's Prophet really not able to find the damage, especially with this Dust here winning games. Just a ton of damage able to come out onto the Nature's Prophet. Earthshaker playing aggressively still. Solo smoke up from the Invoker. Looking for perhaps a counterplay here, some kind of bait. We haven't seen Earthshaker play with the team yet. Let's see if he makes the play here. The combo with the Invoker will be enough to drop the Huskar. So some initiation opportunities happening there. Echo Slam still at the ready. Bottom lane being de-pushed by the puck. Blink Dagger ready for next fight. So these fights are quite long range. You know, we saw this initiation here happen, and just on the off onto the high ground, we saw it happen again. So this Witch Doctor, no Aeon Disc right now. He's getting initiated on, but he dodges the jump from the Techies, and he's just standing there with nothing to do. Let's see, can the Earthshaker make it out? There's a lot of damage coming out, but he'll be fine. So the some really good play coming from the Witch Doctor, dodging the initiation, getting the counter kill, and building some powerful auras here, which I think are really going to make team fighting into this Dire team quite a bit easier. for this PL and all of his illusions. So I think good itemization strategy, and perhaps a really good read on the Andis. It's a bit awkward with the cooldown, but so far it's only not worked out for him once. Vulcan going for TP boots, trying to match the Nature's Prophet mobility upon the map. Arrows being drawn out about where the team should be playing. Aghanim Scepter coming out on the Earthshaker, so this is going to really enable him to find those deeper initiations that is a bit tricky to find right now. Initiation onto the puck, long range with that stun and the shard, and it is enough to kill him. So something Puck needs to work out for playing forward. It's going to be difficult because he needs to be the elusive one, the one that makes Dire overcommit. It's BKB finally able to tilt the shift the tide in the fights as of late. So we'll look for that 8-second BKB to be a really important fight. The 9-second one was a one fight down here at bottom. The next one will be equally important. So arrow connecting onto the Witch Doctor, long range and deep. Let's see if the counter initiation happens. A lot of damage coming out, but the coconut will connect, and it's going to end up being a trade for the techies and the Hoodwink, with the BKB being used here. So a bit misread there, perhaps a bit of panic, not really knowing who lurks in the shadows of the jungle. So a good arrow connection. I think that was even blind. I don't think he meant to do that. An opportunistic jump by the techies. But the counter initiation with the Hoodwink, and what is this called? Acorn shot. I can never remember what it's called. It's quite a bit of damage. So this Naked Desolator ready to go with a Daedalus queued up. This Hoodwink is going all damage. So bit interesting of a build. Reaver out on the PL. Almost there for the heart. Yeah, I think he's going to be ready to fight as soon as that happens. Big initiation onto the puck. It's not actually enough damage, and this Witch Doctor is going to find his vengeance. Puck will get ticked with the kill, but we all know Witch Doctor did the work there. So almost Greaves up. This is a huge. This is again pre-Greaves nerf. So Greaves is very strong power spike right now. After the patch, it's a little less good, but still quite good. Dire trying to control this Radiant jungle. Radiant trying to get control back. So Earthshaker not with the team again, but almost has the Aghanim Scepter. It's going to be a big initiation opportunity. Dire invising up. They don't smoke here. No need to smoke when you have built-in invisibility. So no arrow connecting. And a retreat happening from both teams. So both teams will just bide their time. It's quite even, 2k net worth differential. And the PL continues to farm. So I think Dire kind of understanding they're on a timer. They should group up and push. They looking for that hit here with the Earthshaker. He's got his timing ready to go with the jump. So let's see what play they actually end up making. They don't have the Moonlight Shadow, but they could buy smokes, but they don't. Nature's Prophet. BKB, finally that defensive item, seeing if he can actually fight here. He doesn't use it, he goes invis, and he still keeps getting hit, and he goes for the return kill onto the Puck. Will Puck be able to get out of this one? His Blink Dagger's ready, but it won't be enough. He'll get got beforehand. So interesting decision to go out into the open and not into the trees. Perhaps he was trying to outplay them here. So some deep jumps here, and a miss by the arrow on the Hoodwink. So Witch Doctor playing super aggressively forward, going for a ultimate, but getting interrupted here. A bit awkward over here in the trees. No ward really to spot anyone out. Mines are ticking everywhere, and the Hoodwink will find the connection. Techies will overjump, and the big Echo Slam, that's what we've been looking for, and it's a lot of damage, but is it enough to actually kill all these heroes? I think it is. Radiant just has this this PL. He's all alone, but he'll back out. So Dire finding that initiation I talked about. The Earthshaker able to jump in, and really they're just able to delete all of these Radiant heroes. So I I think really this game was this fight was about vision and the lack thereof. I think both teams could have put a ward up here that would have illuminated this whole area and allowed either side to really find an edge. Dire happened to squeak it out, but that fight could have gone either way, I think. So can any kind of defense be mounted here with just the two heroes on Radiant? There'll be two more joining the fight very soon. So it doesn't look like Dire will get anything out of this. Is it Roche time? I would say it is, but who knows with this team? They don't like to smoke, so perhaps they'll go to Roche. I'm surprised we haven't seen an aggressive Roche fight yet. Techie's predicting another fight in this area and puts down a bunch of mines. So this is a clowny game. I'm having fun casting it. So Nature's Prophet, going back to farming, barely squeaking it out last game, going for a Desolator. So this will help that tower push. Radiant smashed in their base. Not really sure where to find the farm right now. Trying to reclaim this this outpost. I think they'll find it for free. Techie's just doing the Techie's things. And this Heart being up in the PL, I think he's got to be in the front line next fight. I think he has to eat up all the initiation so that the rest of his team can jump in. Last time it was the Witch Doctor who ate all that up, and his Aeon Disc had already ticked, and he died. So bit of a play right here. The Silver Edge going out. He's finding the puck, and it's going to be an insta-gib. Puck is just taken out. No opportunity for a counterplay. And some tilty tips by the own Radiant team. So not happy about that one. Perhaps just offering words of encouragement. Just kidding. Some detection coming out and purchased by the Hoodwink. This is the first support items I think we've seen this hero purchase, so we'll see if that translates into finding the kills that they need to find. Earthshaker on the front line, looking for that initiation. It's Radiant playing super defensively, unable to really find the farm they want on the map, only able to de-push the waves. Constantly being shoved in by these pesky trees. Dire finally deciding that they have enough space to do Roche. Radiant de-pushing, finding the kill into the Nature's Prophet, and he tries for the TP out and it won't be enough. So this gives space though to the rest of his team to kill Roche. It's going slowly, but surely nonetheless. So mines everywhere in these jungles. Global Sunstrikes coming out to reveal that Radiant is nowhere near this. So Roche Aegis being given to Earthshaker, so finds the initiation perhaps, uses all of his skills, come back up and Echo Slam or something like that. We'll see what happens. So Mirana and Techie's over here on the Dire top lane, and shoving the lane in and being annoying by shooting arrows and leaving mines everywhere. So trying to find some space on the map and making it annoying for the Radiant crew to find it themselves. Let's see how Dire utilizes this Aegis. Looks like Earthshaker's gonna hop home before he does any big play. Big brain there to run just a little bit over the wall. No arrow connection, but a slow siege onto this tower is probably going to end up killing it. Acorn initiation not really connecting, but it's a lot of damage. Will we see a rebuttal smoke of any sorts from Radiant? The mine finally getting the squirrel over here, having lived for so long, ticking off mines. So glimpse of the old Techies here, and the initiation by the puck onto the backline, but no real follow-up. And as I say that, the Huskar jumps in. Earthshaker, BKB jumping in, Echo Slam whiffing, not really finding the connection he wants. This is the full duration, but nevertheless just punching this Witch Doctor, and it's going to be enough to actually kill him and the Puck. And the Sunstrike will finish off the rest, and it's just going to Huskar over here, just trying to live, and he'll end up dying. So Puck on the back line, finding some initiation, but not a lot of follow-up damage. And because of that, Radiant's going to give up that middle tower and possibly even this Rasks. So it was a bit weird. I didn't actually see where the Phantom Lancer was in that fight, and completely missed the Puck getting caught over here. That's a long cooldown. So this is, I mean, I say for sure, but this is likely going to be a lane of Rax unless this Hoodwink can pull off a miracle. And he's got an all damage build. Might even be 2 lanes of Rax. So it was a back and forth fight with this this Earthshaker not really hitting the initiation I think he wanted, but nevertheless still pumping out a lot of damage. And with fortification and and some unfocused sieging, it looks like the Hoodwink will defend all the lanes in time for Radiant to be up. So Hoodwink somehow performing a miracle without having to engage in the enemy team. So bit interesting. I would have expected at least 1 lane to fall here. So I would say a bit unfocused by Radiant, having almost all their heroes up and not finding the push that they need. A big old circle being drawn on the map saying don't go there. and Radiant goes back to farming. Dire goes back to farming. We have walls of mines trying to keep them out. PL use his mines, his illusions to go weed out the mines, to beat the Minesweeper. Going for a Mage Slayer, switching up the build a little bit to then finish off the Orchid here short. Alright, he'll finish up the Orchid first and then go Mage Slayer. So build queued up. What is our next items? Daedalus onto the Earthshaker. This Nature's Prophet has the Deso ready to go. Going Ags next. Dire just trying to take over this jungle of Radiant. Witch Doctor queuing up the Ags, go for a massive team fight. He's been able to get some really long duration ultimates off, and if that damage can be jumping around, it can be quite effective. Double damage rune onto the Earthshaker. He's Invis up here, standing out front quite aggressively. If he can find a pick off here, it's probably a 1-hit kill with his W if he finds the hit he wants. So let's keep an eye out on him. We have Radiant Crew moving top. Doesn't look like Nature's Prophet will be able to find the Puck, and the Puck is going to TP away. Goes for the wave to nobody. So initiation onto the techies. This is probably going to be his life. There's not a whole lot of follow-up that can happen. The man's a little out of position, laying all his mines, but let's see if the Earthshaker can find any kind of rebuttal here. Long-range connection onto the Puck from downtown, and it's enough to kill the man. We see some initiation from the Huskar onto the Earthshaker, but the Earthshaker was able to get away. Nature's Prophet TPing in to the middle of the fight, right-clicking this Huskar. Huskar's going to BKB, and he's going to stand there and take the Witch Doctor ultimate. It's not going to be enough. The man's going to fall. So it's a bit of an awkward initiation, finding that crazy long-range arrow onto the Puck, and not able to transition it into anything meaningful, despite having a almost 20k net worth lead here on Dire. So Nature's Prophet, again, not finding the best initiation that he would want with the positioning. It's so easy for his team to counter-initiate onto him, so makes it a bit awkward. Earthshaker looking for the punish play here, standing invis in front of the Radiant base. And again, not a lot of push coming out, despite having quite the strong push lineup. This tower damage is not there. So Bloodthorn out on the Phantom Lancer. This is a big opportunity to really disable and punish these Dire heroes. BKBs are up on most of the important heroes. We'll see if he can bait out a BKB, perhaps. to find the window.
Yes.
Earthshaker has to find that big ultimate in order to take down this PL. I don't think they have the right clicks otherwise. So this Daedalus ready to go. Techies with the E-Blade and a Dagon queued up. So more single target takedown damage. Halberd ready to go on the Huskar. So this is to take out that Nature's Prophet, stop the push. But Radiant are holding. This is what they have to do from the very beginning. It's, I mean, 20k down, but this is all about PL finding his window, which unfortunately is really late this game. But every minute that goes by that Radiant's farming and Dire's not pushing down buildings, it spells doom for Dire. So really looking here for how Dire can abuse the map and find the window they want. It's going to be another 30 seconds till Roche is up. Will they find the initiation onto the puck here? Playing super far out, and they will. It's going to be pretty, make it look easy. And we see a smoke finally come out from the Radiant team, trying to secure some of their jungle. Witch Doctor moving into the jungle right here. Will Earthshaker find the connection? It's going to be a coconut play into a full duration ultimate, looking like he'll dodge it with the voodoo switcheroo, and he's invis, but will it be enough? It's looking like he will. The Maledict will take his life. So while this is happening, this Nature's Prophet is being super annoying and pushing out this bottom lane. Radiant TPing in. Will the counterplay work? He's disarmed and BKB'd, but can he make anything happen? This PL is trapped in the trees, but he's standing right next to the tree, so it can still hit him. Nature's Prophet not really understanding the range there, and giving his life for just the tower. So some positional notes from Nature's Prophet there. Finding the trap, but not able to find the follow-up. This Witch Doctor is consistently, every time Radiant has won a fight, it's because his play has been really impeccable. Finding some really amazing dodges with the Voodoo Switcheroo and some really nice casks, coconuts to take out the enemy. So still has that long dream of the Axe queued up. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Octarine up on the techies. Playing techies the old way and just laying a lot of mines, so we'll see what happens there. Puck finally going for that BKB, so we'll see when that comes online how that will translate. And an Axe going to the Huskar, so this will force like a sort of taunt, which is pretty good initiation opportunity. So kind of like an Axe. Hex queued up on the Mirana. This will be a little bit more disable. Quite useful. I think Mirana finding some of those crazy arrows has lended a lot to this 22k net worth lead that Dire's accumulated. So let's see if she can find any more of those to try to secure more of this map. Shiva's queued up, the Earthshaker. I think he's thinking he needs ways to spot out the enemy and also clear illusions, perhaps. So Shiva's going to let him do that while also giving some armor and nerfing the capabilities of the PL. So another Roche play by Dire. Looks like it'll be uncontested this time. It will have the shard. We'll see who gets the shard. I don't think it's Earthshaker or Invoker. Probably going to be the Mirana here, which gives charges to leap. So let's see what counterplay happens here. Hex is up on the Mirana. Dire with a level 1 Dagon on techies. The potential initiation here into the Puck. A lot of wards in the Puck's inventory. Aegis on the Earthshaker. Pinging out to the Nature's Prophet. Hey, buddy, we need you here. This next fight is going to be all about positioning. Who can find the opening? Who can find the better, more punishing position to make it difficult for the enemies heroes to reach you. So, and also, will they find some long-range arrow or accidentally group up in just the perfect Echo Slam opportunity? That's what this fight's about. So, let's see if either team finds the opening here. It's this is the fun stuff in Dota, the tactical poking and prodding at the defenses, trying to find the opportunity. And here we go. Earthshaker jumping in, not able to find the complete kill onto the Squirrel, and the counter initiation from the Huskar will mean he gives up the Aegis. So both teams kind of have to reset here. BKB is coming out from every side. The big old meteor coming down to kill out the PL. They're both Huskar and PL going to immediately buy back. This is really important for the defense here. And it looks like Dire are going to stay. It doesn't look like they're going to back up completely. Counter initiation with the techies. Big disarm coming out from everybody. They have to back up. Doesn't look like the techies is going to make it through. There's a lot of damage. He actually makes it out. So Echo Slam no longer viable. BKB is being used defensively. Dire's got to run. So they got the buybacks they were looking for. And they'll actually end up finding the Squirrel nevertheless. So big follow-up here. Finding it on initiation onto the Earthshaker. He's just going to run, and the PL is sticking around. Here's that full duration ultimate from the Witch Doctor we were talking about. They're going to get 2 kills for it, the Invoker and the Mirana. So this this Dire squad staying a little bit too long and not able to get anything really valuable out of that. Radiant reading that BKBs were used, skills were used, we have an opening and really pushing. That was really on this this Puck finding the initiation there. Let's see if he can find the counterplay here. This is years of vengeance of this Earthshaker repeatedly catching him out, and he finally gets the upper hand. So Puck getting Puck's vengeance here, and finally finishing off that Earthshaker. Still a 23k net worth differential. All that being said, Radiant did have to spend 2 expensive buybacks in this fight. So Dire ended up trading their life, but it was expensive. And we'll see if there's any counterplay here. The Voodoo switcheroo with the Maledict. Is it going to be enough damage? It won't be, and there's just too many mines here. Kentucky's get the counterplay. Looks like he's going to finally fall with the Huskar finding him out, but annoying techies getting the pick off onto the Witch Doctor, making that whole team fight very annoying. So I think both teams not really getting what they really wanted out of this. Dire not able to take this tower and push, and Radiant having to spend a lot of money and not really getting any map control. Both teams a little not feeling great about it. So again, going back to the storyline of this PL reaching his critical mass, this boy can still get a little bit bigger. So don't know what he's going to sell to get this Abyssal, but I think he's reading that he needs some extra lockdown to pierce BKB. So Puck poking and prodding, but getting away on some invisibility here. We'll go for the counter initiation play, and the right clicks coming out from the Nature's Prophet are a lot. He didn't remember him being that strong, and this man is just pecking away. He'll end up taking 2. He'll die in the end due to the burn, but immense right click damage coming out from this Nature's Prophet. The man immediately buys out. No buybacks needed. And it's a lot of damage. This right click on the Mindbreaker offering a lot of utility to try to find those opening picks. So
Yes.
bottom lane still naturally shoving in. Some Invoker. Becoming quite the core. 5 wards in his inventory. The man should probably place those. We're on it with the Hex. This Aghanim Scepter coming along on the Witch Doctor. Nullifier up on the Hoodwink. So switching it up from a Daedalus. Let's go for the Nullifier. Reading that he needs a little bit of utility because of the Techie's Ethereal Blade. So an interesting item choice there. Huskar buying some dust. Understanding this game is about invisibility and positioning. Nature's Prophet. Oh, the Huskar just got here. I totally missed that. So I was looking at this sparring going on with the Puck and the techies. And will Puck find anything else here? He's got the BKB at the ready. He initiated on with the Cold Snap, but he'll use the Trickster's Cloak to get away, and there's no detection by either of these people. Actually, he has dust, so interesting that he didn't use it. He blinks in onto the techies. He's going to find the kill. So Puck finally finding his moment to go around the map, find this pick-off to open up the map a little bit for this PL to farm. So the man is saying I don't need boots, going for the Skull Basher Abyssal Blade. So he is reaching this this critical mass. This PL can't get that much bigger, and can buy a moon shard, eat nags, but he's topping out, and so eventually we gotta see something here. Looking at the net worth here, this Nature's Prophet is absolutely huge. Let's see if we'll see a push here. Nature's Prophet just TPing in right into the middle of the wave. And let's ask Dodo's play. I think I would put maybe 55% Dire on this one. 81% Dire. Okay, so Gaben really believes in this fight, and as I talk about it, this fight is under this Huskar just in this right-click Fiesta, and they'll both end up following this PL. This will be a dieback if he dies. He ends up living, and they find the initiation onto the Mirana, and it's going to end up being enough. They kill all of the Dire heroes. So really weird, just standing around right-clicking fight over here. Not very dynamic, and it ends up transitioning into a really bad fight for Dire, where they just cannot kill this PL. They get him pretty low, but he's able to survive, and that surviving, he's up so fast again because of the heart. He's able to jump right back in, and the fight is over. So I would say, right when I looked at that fight, it was 81% or something for Dire. They chopped 10k net worth off. I think it's back at that 55%. I think it's okay. It's 66, but my read on that fight I think was quite accurate in that I thought Radiant was quite strong. So Dire's still in a position of power here where they can control a lot of tempo on the map, but Radiant are finding the pickoffs and Dire is not. And if that keeps happening, it's not going to transition to towers falling. It's going to get Radiant map control. So this Puck is online. He's doing a lot of damage. He has a lot of control, and he's very annoying. So despite the I would say the poor early start, he's found his timing. It's Invoker split pushing lanes, trying to shove in, create some pressure, and initiation onto the techies by this Puck. It's so much annoying damage over time that he ends up falling. So for a first time in a long time, Radiant shoving in lanes, pushing. So this middle tower here, finding quite a bit of chip damage onto it, and Dire has to use Fortify. So will they find the counter initiation? Echo Slam is up. This tier 2 falling would really unlock the map for the next Roche fight. Taking over the outpost, it could really create a situation where Dire doesn't feel like they control the map as well as they once did. So, pinging out this Nature's Prophet, we're going to see initiation here. Radiant moving forward. Doesn't look like they'll actually find it. Earthshaker preparing. Going invis. Will he find the opening here? Aeon Disc interrupting. It's not enough. So Aeon Disc saving Witch Doctor's life again. So it'll be down for 2.5 minutes. We'll see if we find the initiation here again. The man has to do it twice. Big arrows coming out. None connecting. All racks from Radiant are up, despite high ground being broken. Roche up in 20 seconds. So going for a Hex onto the Earthshaker. Some more control.
Yes.
The Hex also queued up on the Invoker. So Nature's Prophet still very strong. Highest net worth on the map. His positional involvement in the fights, I think, will make or break how fights break out. Radiant smoking again. Going for that Radiant triangle play, perhaps to transition into Roach. This is really, at this point in the game, where you want to be playing on the map. Will they find the initiation onto the Earthshaker here? It looks like they will. He's being completely controlled, initiated upon, and that's a dead Earthshaker. So this opens Roach wide up. Big counter initiation here with the Nature's Prophet, and I say big, but the man falls pretty easily despite being top net worth. And Radiant, that's a free Roche if they decide to take it. So lanes are pushing in. They got a TP out to reset. Long range arrow connection here onto the squirrel. Doesn't look like anything will happen because of it, but quite annoying. All lanes being pushed in. So Dire not as strong as they once were. Finding that anywhere on the map that they are, Radiant can kill them. So it's a bit greedy, these punishing plays. Initiation onto the Invoker over here by the puck, getting completely controlled up. There's not a whole lot he can do. Getting waved at, just standing there. The counter hex, and the Mirana's showing up. So will the puck get away? BKB's being used. It's a bit of an awkward fight here, but it looks like the puck will just be able to jaunt just over here into the tree line, and it won't be a problem. So Hurricane Bike up on the techies. He's going for the damage build, so he actually deals quite a bit of right-click damage right now. We'll see if they can translate these extra talents into some damage push. So, you know, Dire Heroes have been down for 30 seconds and no Roche plays being made, so I find that quite interesting. By Radiant, they are prioritizing more farm. So Moonshard going up to the PL. This man wants to be 8 slotted before he takes a fight. So we'll see what happens next. So what are the neutral items here? So some interesting neutral item decisions. Mirana sticking with that Specialist Array because it's I guess good. No, it wouldn't be my first pick. But Barracks falling bottom. This is Nature's Prophet just being annoying, finding the hoodwink, but the counter initiation is going to be there, and he'll just give up his life as well. So tier 5 neutral items coming out, being farmed by Dire. Bottom lane fully gone now. So this lane's wide open. If Dire can control Roche here, it might be the opening they're looking for. Jumping right over the puck, but he'll get hexed nonetheless and comboed up. BKB being used, but the counter initiation from the Huskar off screen, is it enough to actually kill him? But it's not. He ends up dying himself. So Huskar falling, thinking he has the opening, but he doesn't. PL arriving on the fight, using that Abyssal Blade onto this Invoker, but not really able to find targets because everyone's invisible. And they do eventually get some detection and kill the Mirana herself. Is the opening going to be there for the Echo Slam? He was tempted, but he didn't end up taking it. He's backing up. So both teams just trading 1 for 1 or 2 for 2 here. A bit awkward of an engagement. I think the Naturist was dead from the previous fight at bottom, so it was a 1 for 2. This bottom lane always de-pushed out. Aghanim's Scepter up on the Witch Doctor. This man has a gem as well. He's ready to spot out the pesky, annoying Dire Heroes. Everyone going invis. Puck, the pick-off man, going for Ag's Blessing, because the man is slotted up. How is this game gonna break open? I think the next initiation is going to spell doom for either team. We've reached this point where buybacks are everything. Right now, Dire only has 2 buybacks on their supports. PL has his buyback again, so Earthshaker pretty far away, 1,000 gold, and Nature's Prophet over 1,000 gold. So finding a pickoff on either of these heroes could spell doom for Dire. Using the Fallen Sky for the initiation onto Roche. This is the Cheese Refreshers. Will Radiant find the rebuttal? So catching out the puck here, the Nature's Prophet gets the right clicks. onto the Puck, and Puck has buyback, but this is the opening they were looking for Roche. Puck buys back. We see the TP down into the Radiant jungle. Will it be enough counter initiation? It looks like they're going to have the natures. The arrow misses, but the maledict is enough. The man falls. Counter initiation onto the techies here with the rest of the Radiant crew, and they'll trade Roche for those 2 kills. This might be all they need. So Radiant, perhaps reading that they have a window here if they can abuse it. Dire reading the same with their Aegis refreshers. At this point in the game when it's hard to really read the power spikes. Fights are on a knife's edge. Initiation here with the Puck being really pesky, and the arrows will connect. By arrows, I mean the... whatever this is called, the bushwhack. Counter initiation's not connecting with the arrow being rebutted upon, and this Echo Slam. Massive over here, but not enough damage. Dying without the Aegis and buyback, this fight is broken wide open. Dire is looking in trouble here. No buybacks really ready to go. Invoker having to just run. This fight just came out of nowhere. This casual sparring with the arrows from Mirana, transitioning into just the complete initiation by the Radiant crew and running over them completely, unable to really counter the auras and the heals and the detection. And just the amount of regen that the PL and the rest of the team has. So Puck doing a good job dodging out of the fights, not getting bursted down, translating into them just pinging, hey, let's go tier 4s. So high ground broken. Radiant finding the picks that they need. Big jump over here onto the back line. Puck saying, don't get up here. We're attacking the base. Invoker getting taunted. There's nothing he can do. Puck's finding the damage. But the Invoker still lives. Or not. He's pushed back. All the dots on him, he's going to end up falling. This Nature's Prophet just casually stunned up repeatedly, just on the threshold of his base, and it's not going to be enough. Fountain diving here, the Puck feeling it. The initiation over here onto the techies is just so much right-click damage. Can this Earthshaker survive? I don't think he can. He's hexed up. He's trying to go back upstairs. He won't make it. He'll die in his base. The Invoker is the last man standing again. BKB'd in his base, fretful. Radiant have flipped this game completely. Look, stonks on the rise for Radiant, and they're pushing this high ground. Dire was not able to find the push. They weren't able to secure that initiation. And Radiant did. So Puck sparring on the backlines, doing his waving that he's always doing, and the deep initiation onto the Mirana here. And Puck doing a little bit of clowning, knowing this game is basically over. Mirana not giving up so easily, using the Gleipnir onto the backline, but the Ancient is going to fall, and it looks like this one's over. So Radiant finding that opening to really punish Dire not having buybacks and not really abusing the push that they had. So really clowny game, and I really enjoyed casting it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you for tuning in if you watch this. Like I said at the very beginning of the video, I'm a new caster. I'm just kind of getting into it. I'm rough around the edges. Sometimes I miss fights and miscall things, but thanks for being patient with me. And if you enjoyed it, subscribe or like my stuff. And if you would like me to cast one of your games, leave me a match ID in the comments, and I'll try and take a look as soon as I can. Again, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.